Hey, good morning. What's going on, y'all?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, guys.
And I had one of those days yesterday. So got up, decided I was going to be really productive, and I almost finished the stairs going down to my creek. So my creek goes 40 feet down, and it's a straight, like almost a 9-degree drop. I mean, it's insane getting down to this thing. And I got it almost done, but it took me most of the morning to do that. But then I had a whole bunch of other chores to do. I pounded in, I think, 40 T-posts around the garden so she could finish her things off. I trimmed a bunch of trees and was doing all this stuff right at the end of the fucking day after doing just a massive amount of work. My dogs were playing around in the front pasture. All of a sudden, I see water just shooting. And I went, son of a bitch. They were chasing a squirrel in the damn well house and broke the PVC line in the well house, and water's gone everywhere. So after a full day of busting my ass, getting muddy, dirty, and everything else, I still haven't taken a fucking shower. So here I am with bottles of water and baby wipes until the damn freaking well company can get here. So if the well company does get here, I will be running to go get them, show them where everything is, and then come right back up. But they're saying mid-morning. So that's my fucking day. How are y'all?
Who chose to live on that farm, Donnie?
Yeah, it's all me. Trust me. Trust me. I looked at Elizabeth. I'm like, someday this farm's going to be fun. Right now, this farm ain't fun at all. This is work.
No, me and Genevieve had the opposite kind of day yesterday because Friday was Genevieve's birthday. So that was a drinking night, and that was a heavy drinking night. Saturday, we nursed ourselves a little bit and then went over to a buddy's house who was having another party and had another drinking night. And so Sunday we woke up at noon and we said, we're not doing shit. And then we just got in the car from his house because we stayed at his house, drove back home. And then we both were in separate rooms watching our own show. We're like, we're done with everything. You stay over there.
Yep.
I'm going to go over there.
You go your way. I'm going my way. We're out.
Yeah.
We actually went to Film Alley yesterday, which is like a movie theater, an arcade, and a bowling alley all combined into one. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of fun. Spent way too much money.
I'm sure. Yeah. Jeez, OP. Of course. Has anybody heard of this new TikTok rival app called the Clapper app?
No.
Well, yeah, dude, because you told me about it.
I told you about it, right? This thing is pretty crazy. So I'm going to send an invite to it. It's video only. There's no ads. And a guy who's got a pretty big following is the one that introduced me to it. I've been on it for 3, maybe 4 days. I've already monetized. I'm already picked up almost 100 followers, and all I'm doing is repurposing the videos I've already had. I'm not creating anything new for it. So I'm just dropping down there, and I'm getting following, and you can monetize right out the gate, which is the craziest thing I've ever heard. So if people like your videos, they can literally just drop you whatever their coins are. Now, the monetization is more than I've made on almost any other platform out there. I think I made a fraction of a cent, but
you're on your way.
Yeah, for sure. But if you guys are doing any sort of video content, this is worth checking out, just as, rival, and people can't pay to promote posts, so it's organic growth on there, which I really like. And there's not paid partnerships and stuff, so you're not getting people pushing all the stupid. Anybody else got just a bunch of dumb TikTok gizmos and gadgets you've seen all because you watch people's stupid ass videos? I'm guilty of buying stupid stuff, but check it out. It's called the Clapper app. I dropped a link in there for people to see, and by the way, that link's one way to monetize, because as people come to the platform, if they get monetized, it kicks down to you, which is the weirdest thing ever. So
yeah, so as people click on Donnie's link and download this app, Donnie gets another fraction of a cent.
So is it like the MLMs?
I'm guessing it's like the MLMs.
I was thinking the same thing, Jessica.
So if you get 3 friends and they get 3 friends and those 3 friends find 3 friends, we can all make a penny.
Sounds like a hell of a deal.
Oh, freaking awesome.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right. But in all, 100%. But for if you're already doing video content, what's one more quick drop to put a video out there, especially if it's already getting following and people into it. So, and it's a newer out there, so if it does take off, the earlier you get in, the better. So, but all right, P, I guess it will play a game.
All right, let's play. Today we're gonna play Caption This. I've got some AI
Okay.
images, and y'all are gonna figure out the
King of
title.
farts.
Huh?
King of farts. It's crowned and then with a bunch of farts. We're not captioning this one.
Yeah, yeah. The next one, Donnie.
Sorry,
you're,
I had
you're gonna
remnants
get it.
of farting in a frying pan.
I knew that was coming in.
Uh-huh. All right,
Let's do
up
it.
first.
Oh, God.
The-
It gives me Garbage Pal Kids vibes.
It does give me Garbage Pail Kids, but is it the coins strike back?
My Lucky Charms are after me.
Video killed his radio star.
There we go. I had to put one in there because it's St. Patrick's Day today.
Oh, God.
Wow.
A whole new spin on the Irishman.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Our future?
Yeah. That
'cause
one's video killed the radio star.
Yeah.
I like that.
AI killed us all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Biodome, the next generation.
I don't. Shit. What is his main character's name in Biodome? Pauly Shore. I don't see Pauly in there. Couldn't remember his damn name. Wow.
And next up.
Oh, geez.
That's Donnie's wet
Boy.
Donnie's Wet Dream. Is that the name of that one?
Wow. My Little Pony to a whole new level.
Yeah.
It's like a mashup of Fabio and My Little Pony.
Nice, Fabio.
Is that,
This is a really, really bad romance novel.
My Little Fabio.
My Little Fabio. Wow.
jeez.
Ooh, Serena says in search of a unicorn horn.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next.
Too many mushrooms.
Too many mushrooms, is right.
My first thought was, are you sure these mushrooms were safe?
I'm glad that we both went there, Peyton.
Yeah.
Can anybody else see that the stoplight is going through that chick? And she has no legs.
Yeah. Yeah. AI's not perfect yet, Donnie.
No.
Eventually it'll be like that last image where it took over everything. But we're not there yet.
So
Also,
is it
it looks
Stay
like
Puft
there's
Wizard
cheese
Man?
Flying in the sky. Is there cheese and like a turkey leg in the sky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Stay
supposed to
Puft
be a
Wizard Man.
leaf.
All right, moving on.
Yes.
Dino yoga.
This would be me if I actually did yoga, crying my damn eyes off.
ABC, you got so excited when you saw a yoga image, you screamed.
I don't know. That looks like a baby T-Rex trying to do yoga, but
Crying, which means
but it's the ones in the back whose arms can't touch that I really love.
Yeah,
well, that's their downward dog.
Yeah.
he's doing his best. If they really did, their head would hit the ground.
Wow.
Love it.
Downward Rex instead of downward dog.
Cryosaurus Donnie. Serena.
Oh, that's good.
Cryosaurus Donnie. That's awesome.
He's kind of cute.
I know.
My yoga.
A yoga instructor, Dinah.
Yeah. Kung Fu Sloth? But how could a sloth be a ninja? That's the slowest moving creature on the friggin' planet.
I know. He's even surprised he's moving this fast.
Whoa.
Well, and so is all the other ninjas. They're surprised.
Yeah.
Somebody threw him. Somebody threw him. He
Somebody
ain't moving.
threw him.
fast.
Catapulted.
It's not actually a sword. It's a rope. He's just holding on.
There you go. He does kind of look as though he's been catapulted.
Yeah. This was not on purpose for him to go this fast. He doesn't know what to do. All right. We'll go next.
Did the vampire go vegetarian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
lettuce
guess.
is very green. Out of the whole thing, the lettuce is just very green.
Yeah, it's very saturated.
So maybe it's a lettuce commercial. Maybe this is about hydroponics, Jess. This is a something
Oh,
about growing your own food in your
Growing
home.
your lettuce with blood? I'm confused.
I'm trying here. Okay, I'm reaching.
I don't think
you've heard of
Did you see-
iceberg lettuce? Is this
see
blood
Julie's
lettuce?
comment?
I have to go
Nick in
back
the
and
back
watch
looks
these.
so unimpressed.
I hear something being Donnie's wet dream. What the hell kind of a show are you running here? Yeah.
If you watch Twilight, vampires are supposed to sparkle. So maybe this is just the next phase. They become vegetarians.
Oh, maybe.
Wow.
Oh, he's hiding. He doesn't want people find his by his footprints anymore.
Find shoes that fit.
This is the best they could do for witness protection is give him shoes.
Give him shoes.
Donnie, you know what's crazy? When I created this image, Jen was next to me and she goes, "That looks like Grandpa."
Oh wow. Wow.
Ooh, the last one. Paul said, "Let us feed you."
Ah.
Nice.
Bump. Wow.
All right, last one.
Taking a selfie.
It's a selfie.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh, there you go.
It's basically what I
Definitely
think.
Donnie in there.
I wouldn't wear armor, too fucking hot. But I'd likely be wherever this is taken.
Yeah.
So I saw this really cool video yesterday and how they create like a magic mirror. They throw water on it and the person just touches it and it makes that ripple effect and they photograph it. It was really cool.
Oh, well, that's actually kind of cool. You should remake that video and like do a next video you talking about websites or networking, but do it through the magic mirror.
And do it on the clapper app.
Ooh.
On the clapper app. There
On the
you go.
clapper.
Donnie and
Donnie
Peyton at a fair.
I
I don't have
do want a
anything.
magic mirror. I think that would be fun. So, all right, Pete, roll that beautiful
Goodness.
bean footage.
Moving on.
This is Ruth and Mike Mallon, co-owners of Storyteller Promotions. With a background in hospitality, Ruth comes from a servant mindset, knowing that her clients are experts in their field just as she is in hers. Mike started as a U.S. Marine and continued into public safety, where he learned that trust, consistency, and strategic planning are the keys to success. Now, they bring that same commitment to helping you leverage promotional products as a powerful part of your marketing strategy. And today, they get the hot seat with the Success Champions team.
Hey,
Man,
hey.
of some old photos.
Who are those people? Oh my god.
That should be something you need to add on your to-do list is update photos on LinkedIn because there are none of the new y'all, only of the whenever y'all started everything, y'all.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
the promo on the road ones are the old newest ones, yeah.
Nice.
That's it.
Wow.
Well, Mike, Ruth, welcome to the show. Glad to have you guys here. I need two things from you. I need you to tell us
Yes,
who
sir.
you are, and then I want you to tell us the story behind your logo, and then tell us how you can help us. So 3 things, not 2. I can't count today. But who you are, the story behind your logo, and the how we can help you today.
Okay. So Ruth, aka Elastigirl. I'm Mike, aka Buzz, Storyteller Promotions. And the story behind our logo, we went to go see the movie Up, which was our inspiration for going into business. Anybody who's ever seen that movie, within the first 10 minutes, you realize you're not going to let life pass you by.
Because the wife died.
Yeah.
What does
So we
Disney have
decided-
against moms and wives? I mean, they just kill them off in like every movie.
They're always the first to go.
Well, they got to get the tearjerker in there. You got to get the going first. So in the movie, the young characters give each other an adventure badge. It's a grape soda cap on a clothespin. So that became our logo, was the grape soda cap, and that's why everything is purple, because this is our grape soda. So that's our adventure.
I love it. I love it. Promotional products, everything from pins, hats, tchotchkes, squish balls, you name. There's the logo with the bottle cap.
Concept to doorstep.
Concept to doorstep. I like it. I like it. All right, kids. How the hell can we help you today?
So, one, we went to Badass Business Summit last year, and that was awesome because between you and Jessica and everything we all worked through, after 15 years, we finally got our ideal client profile nailed down. We were all over the board before that, but so we're chasing down professional service companies, $5 million a year or more in revenue, and then those that are in the outdoor hospitality market, so RV resorts, campgrounds, and such, because of the lifestyle we've chosen, right? We're full-time RVers. So now we want to plus that, and since they're looking at the Texas Triangle becoming the economic development zone through 2040, how do we become the provider of choice in the Texas Triangle? That's our next problem.
So for those who don't know, the Texas Triangle is Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Austin is pretty much the triangle. They throw Houston in there. I don't know why, but it kind of screws up the triangle. But they do say in the next 10 or so years that it will be the biggest metroplex in all of the United States.
Yeah.
With all the industry and manufacturing coming into Texas last year.
100%. Yeah, the biggest thing is because we got so much land they can continue to develop, and so it's coming hard.
That
and
the energy costs. So
yeah. So, and a lot of tax breaks too. So, all right. So, how do you guys become the biggest known producer of promotional products in the Texas Triangle? So I'll kick it over to the team, let them throw ideas and information out, and then I'll jump in so I don't take over the entire thing again. So who wants to kick us off?
Well, I already heard you say something because you said that there are so many new businesses coming in. So if you can position yourself to be the first name that they know, like if you can be finding out when people are coming, figure out a way to get your ear to the ground about the new businesses and be the first person that the new businesses are hearing from. Hey, we heard you're coming before they're even there yet. You know, things like that, being their first touch, because people remember the first person that reached out to them often when they're in a new spot.
Love that. Love that. What that made me think of is, can you be the person that is marketing for them coming to the area? So can you be the go-to person that's announcing new companies that are coming into the area? So
that's a great strategy.
Yeah, people come to you to figure out, who's coming in, what industries are coming in. So to do that, you're going to have to go get really friendly with the economic development teams. So if you think about, all the big cities, who's the economic development director? How do you get relationships with those folks? But could you do a post or newsletter or something on your website, something that says, here's a list of all the new companies coming into your area in the near future? Like here in Azle, this small town stuff, it's the funniest thing when we hear a new business coming, because half the town is like, yay. The other half is like, what the fuck? Just what we need. Another freaking chicken restaurant.
Right.
But that could be a really fun idea. The other thing that makes me think of is, could you create some sort of mini series or show where you're talking about these new companies coming in and maybe interviewing some of the people as part of them? I know down in the hill country, there's always a camping channel on that interviews all the small businesses around the hill country in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They come all the way up to Fort Worth as well, but it's primarily hill country stuff. And when you're out and you have no internet, but you get a tiny TV signal, that's one of the only damn channels that are on if you're stuck in your camper. So I've seen.
Well, like, just how do you create a marketing campaign around like making yourselves the coming to town people? You know, like creating a welcome basket and creating something even if it's a little bit corny, just to make yourselves stand out as that, and like kind of almost brand yourselves as the, like, you're new to town, we're the welcome crew type
welcome wagon.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
So break down your ideal client a little bit more. When you said hospitality, you threw in like, we want to target people that are in RVs. Is that something, or was that just something I heard?
No, we actually got into it with Ruth's background in the hospitality market. We just joined TACO, which is the Texas Associate of Campground Owners. It just seemed to make sense with our lifestyle. We're going to these places anyhow. We understand what the customer experience is about. So why not be the people who are focused on it? As near as we can tell, there's nobody else and on our side of the house that is currently focusing in that market. So the outdoor hospitality is the RV resorts, the campgrounds, and we're looking at your small boutique hotels. Part of that is because we can do the entire everything for them. We can do all the guest related items, as well as the back of the house stuff, as well as the front of the house uniforms, whatever it is that they want to create a brand for themselves. We can do that.
So go ahead.
I still go back to if you're going into small businesses like that, the boutiques and whatnot, biggest thing they always need is exposure.
Yep.
And for a lot of people, it's a lot easier to interview somebody else versus trying to do your own damn videos, because for whatever reason. So could you, in that triangle, since everything's 2 to 4 hours, could you schedule, a couple of interviews with some of these cool places? So like in Mineral Wells, it's the name of that big ass hotel that's getting rebuilt. I'll find it.
Huh? Rover?
No, not the Drover. The Drover's downtown. But there's in Mineral Wells, Texas, which would be part of that triangle. There's a old hotel that was around its natural spring, and literally this like most springs, they're supposed to have healing energy and all this stuff that comes with it. But it's in a little bitty, kind of 1-horse town, and then there's like a 9 or 12 story freaking hotel that is freaking immaculate, and celebrities from all over the world flew into this thing. And it's been, abandoned and trashed for years, and they finally are rebuilding the thing. And like they have now airports and things out there at this place, but could you get in there and interview, their people, their staff? There's a guy on TikTok who's the general contractor over the rebuild that shows all the Baker Hotel. Thank you, Paul. The guy on TikTok, he's taking you through the entire journey of the rebuild there. And it's kind of fascinating. He's showing you, where Bonnie and Clyde stayed in the damn hotel, and whatnot. So there's all these cool stories. Could you guys do something along that way of, taking people on the journeys? Ooh, Julie's got a good suggestion.
Yeah.
Do you have Google Alerts set up to hear about new businesses coming in the area?
Not yet.
Add that to the list. Yeah, from my perspective, if you're going to start really working in kind of a local geographic area, you probably want to start networking your chambers of commerce and your small business associations in the area. Now, obviously, you mentioned TACO, which is a fantastic, name, obviously, by the way.
And no tacos.
That's a little weird. If you're going to name your association TACO, you should probably offer TACO.
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking at the outdoor hospitality too. Yes, the resorts are the target, but it's also the vendors feeding into it. There's satellite, there's payment processing, there's landscaping, electrical. It's a lot of the industrial, paving companies that that help create those resorts too.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say this. So just because I love the RV lifestyle as well, and like the outdoor lifestyle, I follow a bunch of accounts on Instagram that are little like boutique-y places with glamping stuff set
Yep.
up. That would be a great place to prospect and find accounts that like find little places like that are, because they are, like Donnie was saying, they are often telling their story about how they're creating their little campground. I'm thinking of one account specifically in my head that I know has created like 3 campgrounds in the last 5 years or something like that. But because they're telling their story, so you're getting them ahead of time. Like before they've got that campground created, before they've got that resort created, that boutique hotel, whatever it is, they're showing you the process as they're going. And so being able to connect with those people ahead of time is probably a really great idea.
I would go the direction of, when you're traveling, what are you doing to set up meetups for people in the local area as you build your network out and make this announcement? Hey, we're coming to Dallas Fort Worth. Let's everyone get together, do a meetup before we leave town and go to the next one. How are you guys promoting that and getting yourself out there?
We have, we're a bit remiss because we were in Houston again, and I think we just fall into our old habits once we get back to Houston. What we have done is look at the local businesses in the area, start out with email, hey, we're coming to the town, look at some of the targeted areas we want to actually work with or meet. And then once we are in town, we'll do the drop off. We did this with when we were down in the valley, just did a pop in cold call with a little bit of our branded products, a mouse pad, a pen, a notepad, and just, hey, we're in the area and just looking for introductions. That has led to some interest. And then we'll always go, when we go into the local areas, we always meet up with the Chamber of Commerce's. But I will tell you, I haven't thought about talking to them about incoming businesses, right? So that's a different spin on it. We've talked to them about current businesses and contacts who's already established, but I have not thought about those incoming businesses, which would be a great idea, a little shift.
So what I've seen is you guys go to events that other people host. What if you bring the people to you? I mean, it's so easy just to go on LinkedIn, put up an event, invite your immediate network, and then have them also invite them. So now you start integrating and becoming this, hey, we're doing an RV pop-up or something, where people come in and they can come join you and join the RV lifestyle. And then you guys become the RV pop-up people. Kind of thing.
I like that.
I like that. Good idea.
I mean, especially because the RV community is a community, I mean, like, you've got your people. And so they would be good people to have spread the word too, if you're just having those gatherings.
So looking at the association as its a whole, there's over 400 members in the association, and they have a ton of people that are throwing money at the association, whether it's membership, sponsorships. They have a few shows, around as well. I would try and make some of my travels geared towards anybody who's already spending money. So you got Levitt Recreation, Hospitality Insurance, Nelson Propane Gas Incorporated, New Books, Urban. Yep. Let's go after the sponsors. They're already spending money somewhere. So now your hit list becomes the people that are, spending money on that association. And then you start using your network of going, okay, how do we get connected to these people? How do we, find them? So some of these companies are going to be bigger, but some of them are going to be smaller, but they're already in there. If you become the go-to vendor for all of these people by using your contacts to get introduced to them, there's a hell of an opportunity for a ridiculous amount of business.
Yeah, we're already set up to go to their Comro show in April, so that's part of our travels. We'll be displaying at the show.
Yeah, and I've reached out to all the vendors myself directly on LinkedIn, and also have started an email process for introductions, everything leading up to the show as well. and the park.
You know who another good adjacent contact might be for, and you guys probably already know this, maybe this isn't like a big aha, but travel agents would be like being in good with folks who are travel agents would be good for getting intros to boutique hotel folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they, and like
I thought about that.
they'll know the smaller ones. And, I mean, they'll know all of them. They should know all of them, but I mean, they would be good contacts to find new people and to even know what new stuff is coming in.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I would do is I would work to get on the board of this association. The way you do that, and this works for any association, is you ask who's a part of the membership committee, and you ask to go help with the membership committee team. And then literally during your travels, all you need to do is anybody that's not a part of the association that should be, you simply tell them about it. Hey, you should come hang out in our association. You should come see this, and you help get people signed up. If you start bringing people into that association and get active, especially in membership, or even calling other members, asking about their membership, are they staying active? Should they get active? You know, it is a great way to get in front of a lot of people on the association's behalf. So it's not even a cold call, cold outreach. You're calling on the association's behalf. If you start bringing in people or retaining people within 6 months, I promise they will put you on their board, because associations need members because it's the only way they typically make money. So if you're the person help bringing them in, you know, or, you know, organizing, like they're talking about, you know, these taco meetup events, like anywhere you're going, say, hey, who are all the taco members in this area? Let's reach out. Let's bring them all together. And become taco ambassadors. That's a really good name for a freaking.
I mean,
Right?
I kind of
we
want
do
tacos right
tacos
now.
out of the back of the RV here.
Yeah. Well, and you know, if you're going to be in an area, just as a play off of it, is there a taco shop? You can say, hey, let's go do tacos at this taco shop in this small town. If you're going to be in the area, come hang out with us.
Yeah.
Right? Just to play
They get
on.
exposure. Everybody gets exposure.
Everybody gets
Yeah.
exposed.
Yeah.
The story is wrapped in there.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
For me, guys, we've talked about before doing like, and Ashley, one of you guys hit on it, doing like the RV roundup. We've talked about hosting like an open house in the RV because everybody wants to see the inside. Everybody wants to see how it works. Yays, nays on that?
for sure. Absolutely.
I mean, it shows them. I mean, I wouldn't go without doing some sort of social media capture.
Right.
And like giving them a tour. And I think that's another thing you need to incorporate. Like, how do you take all these things that you have that, and how do you store them? How do you ship them? How do you print them and get them out in an RV lifestyle?
Yeah, lots of stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
In their member area, they've got discounted music licenses, motion picture licenses for campgrounds. I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit in here.
Yeah. We are just getting our toes wet in this one. It's brand new to us, so we're trying to dive deeper on it.
So Ruth, when you're talking about doing an open house in the RV, are you talking about like having a lot of samples of your promotional materials like set out around inside your RV and having people come in and come through the RV and being able to see the things you offer?
We can. I mean, we have product and we have samples that we can show. Obviously, they'd be on display because that's what we do. But more of it, I guess, more of like a
day in the life of.
A day in the life.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Happy hour. Potential client invite. You know, more about who we are and let's get to know each other. And this is how we do it. Type
Love
thing.
that. Yeah, I think that's great.
Well, I mean, I think it's part of your story too, because I mean, look, 2 weeks ago, I came and asked you guys, I was like, hey, you guys are always on the road and needing access to internet. My internet's down. How do I fix this? And you were like, go to T-Mobile, get this little gadget and you're set up. And so I went for $30. I was
It
ready
worked.
to go again. So
Our new T-Mobile actually turns our TV on when we have it turned off. It's so strong right now.
Well, I
The
tell
middle of
you,
the night, the TV comes on.
Oh no.
now looking at the members that are part of the association, we should 100% start a networking group that's focused on this outdoor association living, because they're all in the SCN wheelhouse of companies.
Yeah.
They're all selling, to campgrounds. They're all B2B. Ruth, that's another option as part of your hospitality group, is not to start another chapter, but to start reaching out to these people and inviting them to the hospitality chapter, as a easy way in a really targeted list. Like there's campground consultants, like they're consulting on how to run, campgrounds.
There's campgrounds, there's mortgages, there's financing, there's glamping homes, there's
Mini houses.
it's
wagons.
amazing the vendor list is. There's probably 30, 40 different
Well, it's anything
industries.
you think of to supply a small city.
Yeah.
Is there.
Mhm.
Wow.
Playground, laundry, everything. So no, I've been reaching out. I've been targeting them, and when I talk
And
to them,
get Yogi Bears. Is Yogi Bears anywhere but Texas?
Yeah, Jellystones.
Jellystones everywhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
If you have an RV and you have kids and you haven't stayed at a Jellystone, you're really missing out. If you don't have kids, stay away from the Jellystones because there's kids everywhere. Big there. Ooh, that's interesting. Is there an opportunity to sporting events? Texas football is big and there are RVs galore at each event. Yeah. Could you do a tailgate party?
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
tailgate party.
Because I don't care to go into the sporting events. I just tailgate. I mean, I've got
Right.
stories.
That's more fun.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I sold hamburgers for $20 a piece at a Cowboys game because they were desperate for it and just kept out throwing more money until they finally said $20. I said, fine, take a hamburger for $20. And then once I sold the first couple, other people started buying. I was like, I'm going to go to jail because this is probably illegal.
That's a great idea though, because there's lots of people with RVs and stuff at football.
Yeah.
TCU purple, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, NASCAR has a whole RV. All the racetracks have
Texas Speedway,
Yeah.
So
all the speedways have huge RV parks attached to them now.
now it's time to talk to Richard Price and get the whole RV wrapped and just go all in with Storyteller Promotions. So
Like a purple blimp floating down the road.
wait, are we talking about Mike or are we talking about the RV? Oh, love you, Mike. I love you, Mike.
Time to start walking.
Yep. Time to start walking again. Okay.
Well, I guarantee that you have to have some sort of license or something to sell food or anything at these.
Yeah.
Like you could 100% give away shit all day long. So if you go to a tailgate,
absolutely.
set up and you have your promotional product stuff, as your own little mini trade show to these different places is, same thing is when you're at different campgrounds, you should consider the same thing. Can I just throw a grill and give away free hot dogs and, pamphlets or anything?
Totally.
I'm all about guerrilla marketing. So
One of the best hooks ever on automotive direct mail marketing is free refreshments.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hot dogs,
We gotta-
popcorn,
Free
and
hot
some
dogs.
soda, and it brings them all in.
We
So the
got
other
the recipe for rodeo punch. So
Oh yeah, rodeo punch.
What's
So-
rodeo punch? Sorry, Jess.
it's
Okay.
it's brandy.
It's brandy. It's so super simple. It's brandy, half and half. Well, it's heavy cream
Yeah.
or milk,
Cinnamon.
and a dash of nutmeg on top.
Nice.
But they
Good.
serve it at the Houston Rodeo, and let me tell you, at 9 o'clock in the morning, that goes down real smooth. And they serve it before all the big auctions.
Do
And
they
so
serve
by
that
noon,
cold or hot?
cold. It's on ice.
Okay.
So it's really
That's
just
interesting.
milk, brandy, and a little bit of nutmeg on top, or Jack or brandy. And I don't like the dark liquors, but About noon, I was about ready to buy me a big old swine that day. Only 10,000 I'm in.
Where are we going to keep it, Mike? I don't know.
Paul, that is a mouthful. Storyteller Promotion presents pop-ups. That's not easy to say. Oh, Jess, what were you going to say before I jumped in over top of you?
I was going to say, look at
Nice.
state parks. Because I know every year I go to a Halloween event that the state parks will open the campgrounds for free.
Yep.
You decorate the space, and I always get little promo items of businesses. But last year, the one that we went to was so big that they actually had to shut it down because it was backing up all the way to the highway.
Wow.
And there were
Like,
accidents, and there were so many people that were just coming through that state park. So are there opportunities at the state park? And then it just becomes one big family at that campground because everyone's setting up and getting ready to do that sort of stuff.
Excellent.
Well, there are
Some state
66
parks we don't
counties
fit
in
in.
the Texas Triangle. 66 counties, right? So
Yep.
even outside of the Taco Association, you know how many chambers of commerce that's got to be in small town? You know, like, I don't know if it still is, but like in our little small town, Azle, membership's like $75 a month or $75 for the year. But anytime you're going through an area, chambers are going to be having after hours or
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
and you can always go as a guest for free and just meet
Yeah, that's-
people. So pull up the chamber calendar, see what luncheon or event, and just call and say, hey, I'd love to come check out your chamber. We're in the area. And you get a free ticket, and you may have to buy lunch, which is usually, you know, $15-20, but, you know, and then when you do that, don't sit together, right? Go in, do the event, and split up. And Mike, your move is, well, I came here with my wife. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm making sure she does all the right stuff, right? And people are going to laugh, and you're instantly in the conversation. So, and you know, Ruth, the self-deprecating humor really works, and say, well, I brought Mike in. I told him he had to go be people. He's not great at it, so I told him he couldn't stand by me. And people, once again, they'll empathize and laugh, and now you're into conversations.
Right.
Just throw Mike under the bus every chance you get.
Well, it's not far from the truth either. So
Well, and to
35
piggyback
years,
on
like that got pretty good.
Right.
Jess's thing about the state parks, that not just the Halloween thing, but they, you know, if you look up, you can look up online anywhere you're traveling and see what events they're having at the parks nearby, and it's something easy to fit in. It's usually, I mean, you know, it's usually a lot of volunteer people at the parks anyway, and they're happy to have more people participating. So in my mind, I was thinking of like birthday celebrations at the parks. Like if they're having like a big, like 20-year celebration at that park or something like that. They usually have like vendor setups and things like that. So those would be good ones to look for too at the parks.
You know, also, you know, Julie put in there fairgrounds as well. Anywhere you can give away stuff or people are congregating, you know, get there and set up. Like, I think you guys should, you know, actually think about giving away soda pop cans with your logo on it and a little freaking pin, but make it so it's more of a collector's item. You know, people always do the stickers for all the parks they've been to, and whatnot. Can you guys do a hat pin or something that's, you know, becomes part of the overall collection?
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then you could, like, every time you run into them, they get the next level of the pin.
Yep.
So now they just have a whole collection of colorful pins.
I like that idea.
We did an event.
And then
years
that could be,
ago.
I'm chiming in now. I'm coming in from the back, from the behind the curtain. That could be a post on LinkedIn as well. Like, hey, we're gonna be in this area at this time. This is how long we're staying there. We've got the new upgrade of pins if anybody wants them or if anyone's in the area. And then that could get shared out to the community or whoever you can send it out to, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Just another post to make as well.
The pins are a good one. Years ago, we did just a little button pin that we were presenting at an event. It was a food truck event or a beer event, one of those that we always got into. And it's funny that more people came and got those little button pins than anything else.
Yeah.
Challenge coins is another option Serena threw out there.
Yep.
That's a good idea. So, yeah, anything that people collect, is a solid thing to be giving away because, to like Peyton's point, people will drive just to get, the new thing. So
The newest one.
And it could be something that, you're creating the things as a set for the parks or, the different vendors or something, hey, go visit this sponsor. And while you're there, grab your sponsor pin to complete your set or something along those lines. So
Like
give people incentive to go get their stuff by visiting something else, maybe a hotel or a campground or something. Put up Julie. I got it. Julie says, "Oh, I have something made to look like up balloons where people can collect pins and create the up balloons with them, like a full set of the balloon from up."
I like that.
That would be pretty cool. So,
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
I'm kind of curious with all this now. What's going through your guys' head? Because we've thrown a lot of crazy ass ideas for you guys.
Some of it we've worked through. Some of it we have done in the past, and for one reason it's dropped off. So we definitely need to get more active. I typically do look at all the chamber events. So, but I said just that spin on rather than just doing the meetups and connecting with current members. It's digging in to see who's really coming into the area, though, because they always are the first to know. And we've known that. I just never thought of the chambers for that information. So that will be my next action on that.
Well, the hot seats have always done two things for me. Either A, gave me a brand new idea, or B, reinvigorated some thought that had once before, and just kind of you got to hear from somebody else again, right? And the simplest one was the Google alerts. Why I haven't set that back up again, I have no idea. But
yeah,
you hear from somebody else and think it's back.
10 points for Julie or 10 points for Gryffindor, whichever way it goes. See you, Polly. Oh,
I just had another idea, you guys. Does this, and I keep, for some reason, this vacation races thing keeps sticking in my head. And so now I'm thinking about in that triangle area, are there annual races, runs, things put on by businesses that are like the challenge thing that Jess and Donnie did that are specifically in that area that you're trying to target, that you could start trying to talk to some of those people about the promotional materials that they use for those events, for those like races and those events and things, because those can get you connected to the businesses because the businesses are sponsoring those events. And then also the promotional materials for those events and like other things that they're, because they do all kinds of marketing for those smaller events, but you can look for the bigger ones too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the ones that in my mind, I'm thinking not necessarily the ones that are already part of a huge chain, like the Tough Mudders, but the one-off ones that people are doing around that area, because you can find big calendars of those to be able to connect with those people. I just think that would be a good connection as far as like businesses that are sponsoring those things and those events being able to participate with them.
And then I'm going to go off one more thing that Donnie said really early in. Sometimes when you look at the chambers and the economic development teams, they are two separate entities. So economic development will be kind of what is going to be coming up in the city and the businesses that are coming in, and chambers is kind of more the community. So make sure that you're checking both sides, both the economic development side and the chamber side, because sometimes they're both two separate things.
Yeah.
I've been over here playing with Perplexity, just getting different ideas. And one of the things that it brought up was micro-influencers. So can you go to LinkedIn and, type in the word camping, click on post, and just see who's talking about camping. Like Ashley does it all the time because she's a crazy person that sleeps in a tent. God only knows why.
Like I'm connected to the CEO of Outdoorsy.
Right. It's so like the things like that. When you go to these micro influencers, people who have a following and see who they're connected to. Like Ashley, them meeting that CEO of Outdoorsy might be a really cool connection.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know her well, but I follow her and I comment on everything she posts.
And that's the other thing to think about is all those 400 plus members that are part of Taco. Are any of them playing on any of the social media platforms? Can you go start commenting, engaging on their stuff, and get in front of them? Because imagine you get some of these micro influencers to come and maybe speak at the association, right? You do events around these people and say, hey, part of the Taco, I did this once upon a time for the Greater Fort Worth Builders Association, is they didn't have an education, and their biggest struggle was getting the home builders to come to the event. If the home builders showed up, everybody who sold to the home builders then showed up. So what I started doing is bringing in some of my friends who are well-known speakers, and I put on events, and I would personally call all the builders and say, hey, I will give you a personal introduction to whatever speaker I was bringing in, and I'm just bringing in some pretty cool people. And so I got a lot of builders to show up, and because of that, the events were packed full of people. Probably the biggest one was Ron White, the memory guy, when he came in and spoke. And it brought in just a drove of people. So can you get connected with these people? Maybe do local viral, meetup pop-ups around the influencer that's talking about different camping and whatnot. Just see if that'll draw people to the place.
Good idea.
I'm on fairs and festivals and events going on around the RV community, just getting into them more.
Yeah. One of the things that it said is create an immersive campground experience at the Taco's annual spring concert or conference. Can you set up a campground as a booth? I just think that'd be a funny idea. When I worked for Medicine Shop, who was owned by Cardinal Health, we went to an annual trade show and we literally created an entire rafting thing. The whole thing was safari. So we had a huge rafting game and all this kind of stuff there. Way too expensive for anything you guys want to do. But it was wild. So, all right, kids. What's the biggest takeaway from today? What are you guys going to do moving forward?
Set Google alert.
I'm telling you, that was the one, the bink. As soon as you said it.
Yeah, Google alerts and the economic development team, and then figuring out our own pop-up invites in the areas that we're in.
Well, and the try and true thing, like we've been dig back and use it, just go become Taco ambassadors, get on the membership committee.
Yeah.
I think you probably get Donnie to sign up. I mean, he's been looking at that website pretty intensely over there.
I'm telling you, I think he's on it already.
It's pretty freaking fascinating. And I just typed in camping in LinkedIn, and the number of people just talking about camping on LinkedIn is pretty insane.
There's a lot
Camping
out there.
World is even on LinkedIn putting out posts.
Mm-hmm.
And I started following the vendors that I've connected with as well. So this is all like brand new, like 2 months ago.
Yeah, last 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in the starting stages of digging into this new industry, and I promise.
Well, and the National Park Services have the best social media account.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're so good. They're so funny. I mean, they don't post on LinkedIn as often, but on Instagram, they're hilarious. You gotta find out who those people are and connect with them because they're your type of people.
Yeah, I'm heading down a freaking wormhole right now, going through all the on LinkedIn and all the amount of information that's there. It's because I like this morning typed in Harry Potter in the LinkedIn search bar, and it was just started commenting on a ton of posts because I'm looking for new people to follow. So it's a great way to find content. So
well, and I mean, I'm connected to a ton of people that do outdoor stuff that I would be more than happy to connect you with. And like one of my good friends, this is not in the Triangle anywhere near Texas, but puts on adventure races in Tanzania. And
oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we used to do that. We used to adventure race years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah, he's still I kid. That is amazing, you guys. I should connect you to him anyways, then, because you would have a lot of.
That'd be fun just to talk.
Yeah,
So-
he's awesome. But of course, they always are doing things and connecting with people that way too.
So I put in Texas camping in the search bar. First post, the USA map of the best states for barbecue. Texas wins. Just so it's official. Everybody knows.
Yep.
All right,
On
kids.
LinkedIn, it's real.
It's real. If it's on LinkedIn, it's got to be real. Awesome. Mike, Ruth, thank you guys so much. Guys, let's kick it over and talk about upcoming events. Bernie, what you got?
I got just one this week, just the weekly event with Jennifer Fry, Disruptors Discussions. She's got Ellen Melko Moore this week, and the title of her event is The Bitch Slap of Truth. So if
Ooh.
nothing else,
Right.
come for the title, right?
Yeah.
Too funny. Ash, you got anything coming up?
I am looking, and I do not have anything coming up in the near future. In April still, Jason and I are starting our sales cohort. And so Jason Barnaby, I don't know if you guys know him, but that will be coming up, and it starts in April, and I will have more dates and more information for that soon.
Nice. Jess?
Fix Your Business Bottleneck is this Wednesday at 10 a.m. And then also we have an in-person event at Firebirds in North Fort Worth for SCN Happy Hour.
Awesome. And
See
the only
you
thing I
there.
got on the you coming in for that one, Mike?
Yep.
We're here. We're in Fort Worth.
We're in Bridgeport right now.
Oh, I'll be darned. I love Bridgeport. Cute little town. So that's really close to me and Jess, actually. So the only thing I got is a Badass Business Summit, September 17th through the 19th in Fort Worth. We're getting ready to start doing a big marketing push on that one. So get ready. That one, I have a feeling that we are going to max out the hotel really quick. So it's going to be fun because tickets are already starting to move again. So, but if you haven't got your tickets live in Fort Worth, come hang out with all of us. Bernie too. September 17th to the 19th, badassbusinesssummit.com. Oh, my well guys are on the way, so I'm going to get ready to go hang out and hopefully take a shower here soon.
Take a bath.
So,
So glad this is remote.
oh, me too. Me too. So, well, guys, go have an amazing week. We're here every Monday, 8 a.m. CST to kick it off and have a great time. Thanks for hanging out with us. And as always, love you, mean it. See you. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
There you guys.